Let's call this town board meeting to order. Please rise and pledge allegiance to the flag. Patty, would you lead us this evening?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Post,
Here.
White,
Here.
Underhill,
Here.
Michaelak,
Here.
Zambito.
Here. This time I'd like to call the public hearing to order for the Community Development Block Grant. Steve, would you like to offer a presentation?
I would. Okay, I know you all are very familiar, can you hear me right?
Yep.
With the Community Development Block Grant Program, we've utilized it a lot of times over the years very successfully. So we're looking to make another application. So as part of the application process, we do need to hold two public hearings, this being one of them prior to application. The second one is for once you hit 75% of a project. If you're awarded a project, once you get to 75% completion, you hold a second public hearing. And that's just to get everybody's input on how the project went and is going. It used to be you had to have two public hearings before you could apply, but they've changed those rules. So tonight, just so I can cover quickly and make sure we hit all the points, and want to give the public an opportunity to weigh in, although I don't see anybody here yet tonight. So tonight we're just announcing the application opportunity. We want to discuss the potential projects that we have, and we need to meet the application process requirements. So the Community Development Block Grant Program is federally funded money. It's administered locally in the state by the Office of Community Renewal. And the program's primary objective is to develop viable communities by providing decent housing and a suitable living environment by expanding economic opportunities, principally for persons of low and moderate income. The eligibility criteria, the state has to ensure that no less than 70% of the funds that they're allocated are used for activities to benefit low and moderate income persons. Low to moderate income persons are defined as households that are less than 80% of the area median income, and to demonstrate compliance, at least 51% of the project beneficiaries, the public, must qualify as low and or moderate income. So the county's median income is $73,700, which 80% of that is the $58,950. So we did an income survey, if you remember, in 2018. Typically, they're only good for 2 years, but we're right on that borderline, and because of COVID and the things that we went through last year, that they'll hopefully accept the 2018 surveys, which showed that town is 52.95% low to moderate income. The grant amounts available under the program for towns, for public facilities, $300,000. Public infrastructure, that's one of the projects that we're looking at, is $1 million. If we have co-funding, it's $1.25 million. And then you can see the other programs down below. This CDBG funding round right now is actually last year's round. Due to COVID, everything was kind of put on hold. But they have $49 million available that they need to give out to projects. We expect there'll be another 2021 round, probably later this summer, an application, but we wanted to try to hit this one. Kind of came in quick, so the funding opportunities of the public infrastructure, that's really the one that we're looking at tonight. Trust will kind of scroll through the public facilities, the micro enterprise, the community planning, economic development. You know, we've have two current ones there with Upstate Niagara and HP Hood. The funding criteria, Again, readiness and ability to complete the project, which we've shown many times over. The application process, so the funding was announced, I want to say just about a month ago, and it's coming up March 5th. So we really had to do a lot of work to get things together. And then again, the two public meetings, the one we're having tonight and the second one when we get to 75% completion. So that last slide had a website if there is anybody that wants to get more information, or the public can certainly contact myself here at the town hall, or log out to that website to get more information. So what we really need to do is discuss potential projects, and you all know all the projects that we have. We've got a lot of water, sewer, infrastructure type projects, which typically seem to be the best use of these funds for us. The sewer projects, this particular project, we're going to go after Park Road water main replacement. It's about a mile of piping. The Park Road reconstruction project is coming up hopefully later this summer, fall. And rather than leave that old asbestos main in place and having obviously to rip the road up at some time in the future, that particular project makes the most sense to try to get funding for right now. It's roughly about a $900,000 project. And the other criteria, because the surveys were town-wide versus one specific district or sewer district, this particular project will meet the requirement of the town-wide benefit. And if it was a sewer project, it would be localized, and then we'd have to kind of separate the survey requirements. So I guess with that, is there any other thoughts or ideas or any other submissions that anyone thinks that we might want to consider? Are there any questions on Park Road water main replacement?
It's past due.
Yeah.
That pipe is aging out, and it's in the center of the busiest highway in the town of Batavia right now. And serves not only some of our largest commercial enterprises, but also the housing project, as well as connector to all the hotels in the business district there. So it's a pretty crucial segment of pipe.
Yeah,
if it fails, we're
one of the main feeds to the western half of the town. It was installed in 1970. 50 years on asbestos pipe is attainable, but after that, it's just a matter of time. So, and we have a lot of other asbestos pipe that we have to try to tackle. So, any other questions or thoughts? And I think that's all I had for tonight.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
There's no one else here to speak regarding the public hearing, then I'll declare the public hearing closed. And thank you for the effort.
What are you looking for?
The remote for the projector.
It's underneath the microphone, yeah?
No.
That's the,
It's not up there.
that's the screen.
Didn't you just have it? Were you using it?
No, we turned it on earlier.
There you go.
Got rid of it.
It's one way.
We'll find it out.
It's all,
Don't worry about
folks.
it.
You sure?
Yeah. I'll find it out.
You can stand on the chair, turn it on.
Thank you and your staff for the application and the process being expedited. It
Yep.
wasn't a lot of time, but thank you, and
We'll get it done.
I appreciate that. It's a big chunk of money. If we can get that, that's gonna make a big dent in some of our other project costs. Just,
I'll look around.
and Steve, as a caution, when you leave and go out the back door, be very careful. Some of that snow melt that was in the parking lot froze over. I resalted, but it's
Pretty icy.
It's deceivingly slippery.
All right, good night.
Bye-bye.
Hi, Steve.
At this point, would someone move to accept the minutes of the January 20th, 2021 public hearing on local law number 1 of 2021, as well as the January 20th, 2021 regular town board meeting?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Underhill?
Yes.
Zambito?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Michaelak?
Yes.
Post.
Yes. As there are no speakers this evening, we can move to resolutions. Number 41, Sharon.
Resolution to authorize submittal of grant application, Community Development Block Grant Funds, Park Road Water Improvements. Whereas a public hearing meeting was held on February 17th, 2021 for the purpose of identification of community development needs and announcement of the opportunity to apply for Community Development Block Grant Funds, and whereas an engineering report titled Park Road Water Main Replacement prepared by the town and Clerk Patterson Lee discusses the improvements necessary to provide safe and reliable water to meet the current and future needs of users. And whereas affordability for town residents and property owners is a significant concern in advancement of the proposed project. Now therefore be it resolved that the town supervisor of the town of Batavia, Genesee County, New York, is hereby authorized as the official representative of the town of Batavia to execute and submit a community development block grant application and for funds from the New York State Office for Community Renewal for the fiscal year 2020 program. All understandings and assurances contained therein, and is hereby directed and authorized to act in connection with the submission of the application and to provide such additional information as may be required. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
White?
Yes.
Zambito?
Yes.
Underhill?
Yes.
Michaelak?
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Dan, resolution number 42.
Training workshop. Resolved, Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the following personnel to attend training workshops. Stress Marasco, NYMAR Energy Planning webinar was January 25th, 2021. There was no cost for this webinar. Jamie Walsh, New York State Building Standards and Code Enforcement and Service Training webinars, January 15th, 2021 through June 11th, 2021. There is no cost for these trainings. Heidi Liebrock, Office of the State Controller, True Cost of Labor webinar was February 4th, 2021. There's no cost for the training webinar. And gate post cross control contamination class June 7th through June 10th, 2021 at Monroe Community College. The cost for this training is $690. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Underhill?
Yes.
Michaelak?
Yes.
Zambito?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Post.
Abstain. Roll call 43, or resolution 43. Property sales and assessment information on the website between GAR Associates and the town of Batavia. Whereas the town of Batavia has contracted with ProServe since 2005 to utilize their online assessment roll software, OARS, which logs property sales and assessment information on its website. And whereas said service has become outdated, and whereas Genesee County and the town assessor have searched for a company to provide these similar services, and whereas GAR Associates provided a hands-on demo with the town assessors and the county of a similar but more advanced program, And whereas the town assessor recommends and requests entering into an agreement with GAR Associates to provide assessment and website application services at an annual cost of $1,401.40 with automatic renewals after the initial term. Now, therefore, be it resolved. The Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the supervisor to execute the assessment software license agreement for online property assessment information between GAR Associates and the Town of Batavia at an annual cost of $1,401.40 with automatic renewals after the initial term, a copy of which is annexed hereto and made a part of the minutes, and be it further resolved, the expenditure will be appropriated from line item A 1355.400. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Post,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak.
Yes.
Patty, resolution number 44.
Heating and air conditioning, preventative maintenance, inspections, contract, town hall. Resolved by the Town Board of the Town of Batavia, New York, that a proposed heating and air conditioning, preventative maintenance, inspections, contract, town hall, by and between the Town of Batavia and Turnbull Heating and Air Conditioning, a copy of which is annexed and made part of the Town Board minutes, is hereby approved, and the Town Supervisor is authorized and directed to execute this proposal contract on behalf of the Town of Batavia. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Yes. Chad, resolution 45.
Gas-fired hot water boiler preventative maintenance inspections contract, highway facility. Resolved by the Batavia Town Board of the Town of Batavia, New York, that a proposed gas-fired hot water boiler contract, highway facility, by and between the Town of Batavia and J.L. Kingdon Mechanicals Incorporated, a copy of which is annexed and made part of the Town Board minutes, is hereby approved. The Town Supervisor is authorized and directed to execute this proposal on behalf of the Town of Batavia. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Zambito,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Post.
Abstain. Resolution 46.
Resolution to authorize purchase of workstation computer, laptop computers, and docking station, assessment and building zoning departments. Resolved as part of the 5-year rotation plan for computer replacement and repurposing, the Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the purchase of 2 Dell Latitude 5520 laptop computers at a cost of $1,197.93 each, and 1 Dell Thunderbolt docking station WD-19TB at a cost of $210 for the assessment department, and 1 Dell Optiplex 7780 AIO workstation computer at a cost of $1,197.93 for the building department. New York State contract number C 00000005600, customer agreement number NCPA 0142. A copy of the quote is annexed hereto and made a part of the minutes, and be it further resolved, the expenditures will be appropriated from the following line items: A 1355.200, $2,474.20, A 3620.200, $1,197.93. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
White,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Then resolution number 47.
Resolution to support Genesee County Senior Center Recreation Program, whereas the city and town of Batavia have co-sponsored the Senior Center Recreation Program in the past for the benefit of the senior citizens, and whereas now Genesee County has assumed the responsibility from the city of Batavia for overseeing the senior Center Recreation Program, and whereas the town of Batavia wishes to continue support for the Senior Center Recreation Program to assure quality of life for its senior residents. Now therefore be resolved, the Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes an expenditure of $2,695 to support the Genesee County Senior Center Recreation Program for the year of 2021, appropriated from the line item A7620.400. So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Underhill?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Michaelak?
Yes.
Zambito?
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Resolution number 48, proposal of services agreement between the Town of Batavia and Municipal Solution Incorporated, Green Innovation Grant Program for the Consolidated Water District Water Meter Project. Whereas the Town of Batavia is planning to submit an application for a Green Innovation Grant Program through the New York State Consolidated Funding App process for the Consolidated Water District Water Meter Project. And whereas Municipal Solutions Incorporated submitted a proposal to prepare the GIGP application at an hourly rate of $148 an hour plus expenses, proposal attached. Now therefore be it resolved by the Town Board of the Town of Batavia that the proposed services agreement by and between the Town of Batavia and Municipal Solutions Incorporated to prepare and file a GIGP grant application for the Consolidated Water District Water Meter Project, a copy of which is annexed hereto and made a part of the Town Board minutes, is hereby approved. And the Town Supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to sign this agreement on behalf of the Town of Batavia. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Post.
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Underhill?
Yes.
Michaelak?
Yes.
Zambito?
Yes.
Patty, resolution number 49.
Proposal of services agreement between the Town of Batavia and Municipal Solution Incorporated Community Development Block Grant Application Park Road Water Project. Whereas the Town of Batavia is planning to submit an application to the New York State Office of Community Renewal for a Community Development Block Grant under the Housing and Urban Development to request funding to assist low and moderate income households with the Park Road Water Project. And whereas Municipal Solutions Incorporated submitted a proposal to prepare the CDBG application at a minimum cost of $5,900 plus expenses, proposal attached. Now therefore be it resolved by the Town Board of the Town of Batavia that the proposed services agreement by and between the Town of Batavia and Municipal Solutions Incorporated to prepare and file a CDBG grant application for the Park Road Project, a copy of which is annexed hereto and made part of the Town Board minutes, is hereby approved, and the Town Supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to sign this agreement on behalf of the Town of Batavia. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Michaelak?
Yes.
Zambito?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Underhill?
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Chad, resolution number 50.
Full-time laborer for water wastewater department. Whereas in 2020, Gabriel Post was hired as a laborer as an on-needed basis to assist the water wastewater department for various tasks. Whereas a full-time laborer is now needed in the water wastewater department. Now therefore be it resolved, the Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the change of employment status for Gabriel Post from an as-needed laborer employee to a full-time laborer employee effective March 1st, 2021. Be it further resolved, the expenditure will be appropriated from line items SW 8340.109, SS 18120.109, and SS 28120.109. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Zambito?
Yes.
Underhill?
Yes.
Michaelak?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Post.
Abstain. Resolution number 51.
A bond resolution dated February 17th, 2021 of the Town Board of the Town of Batavia, Genesee County, New York, the town, authorizing the acquisition of maintenance vehicles and apparatus for use by the town at an estimated aggregate maximum cost of $460,000 and authorizing the issuance of serial bonds in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $460,000 of the town pursuant to the local finance law to finance such purpose, such amount to be offset by any federal, state, county, and/or local funds received, and delegating the power to issue bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the sale of such bonds to the town supervisor. As written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. I just want to offer, I think we could see substantial savings as the interest rates for bonds have plummeted and our bond rating has continued to increase. I think we're going to do very well on the savings side of this. Roll call, please.
White,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Dan, resolution number 52.
Resolution to establish a position of Code Enforcement Officer 1. Resolved that the Batavia Town Board hereby establishes the position of Code Enforcement Officer 1, MSD 222, duties statement attached. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Underhill,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Resolution number 53. Amendment 1 to Resolution 2 of 2021, adoption of salaries for 2021, general office and elected. Resolved, the Batavia Town Board hereby amends Resolution number 2 of 2021 entitled Adoption of Salaries for 2021, General Office and Elected to amend as follows. Add Clerk of the Works $25 to $35 per hour. Code Enforcement Officer 1 $25.81 to $37.41 per hour. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Post,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Resolution number 54.
Authorizing budget transfers for 2020. Resolved, Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the following budget transfers. As written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. I'd like to make a note that the town staff in the 2020 year reduced spending by about $1 million, which is 20% of the total appropriated amount authorized in the 2020 budget. And I think one of the largest appropriations here is $13,000 or $16,000 in the water sewer accounts, which is very typical for them. So it's a very, very clean and smooth and very balanced budget, and the transfers are minor housekeeping. And I want to just applaud all of the staff that made the effort to make this all work last year and close this year out, the 2020 year, with this resolution and get this money transferred to the appropriate line items. Roll call, please.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Resolution 55.
Resolution increasing 2020 budgetary line items. Resolved, the Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the following 2020 budget line item increases to account for increases of usage sales as written. So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Zambito,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Post.
Yes.
Make a motion to table resolutions 56 through 61.
Second.
Second.
The discussion? Roll call, please.
Underhill,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Post.
Yes.
Couldn't figure out where it was coming from.
It sounds like it's right behind me.
It did, I kept looking over there going.
You know, it wasn't
Speaker
there
is
when I
right
set
behind
it
you.
down.
The speaker is
Are
behind
you sure you didn't put those underneath?
Oh, I
there?
did it on purpose.
I'm certain you did.
Hey, is there a remote for the projector underneath
After
there
the
too?
meeting, would you take a round out of her, please?
For sure.
Thank you, Sharon.
That'll be your fresh.
I'm looking at here going.
My first old
I'm looking,
business?
I'm going, wait a
Fresh
minute.
old business.
Oh, fresh old business.
Greg Post, Master of Technology.
You're all right. You're all right.
Let's go. Would someone like to move to pay the abstracts, the last abstract of 2020, number 14, and the second abstract of 2021?
So moved.
Wow. Who wants to
Second.
take the second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Underhill,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Under department reports, we got a partial of what Steve and the engineering group have been doing over the last month. Working with Tom, Jason, and Joey on grant applications and firming up the materials and logistics needed to do further work on the consolidation grant and design of highway road repairs and replacements on Park Road and Route 98, working with developers and reviewing plans and site plans and assisting both the building and zoning and planning departments. Highway operations have been consistently balanced between plowing snow and maintaining the roads during the winter conditions and continuing construction and clearing and grading on a couple of different town roads to prep for spring paving operations. So they've been busy with that. Water sewer operations continue to do mainline inspection, testing, flushing, meter reading, pump station maintenance and repairs, and maintaining clearance around fire hydrants and valves that are crucial to the safety of the community of Batavia and those other communities that are served. They have been short-staffed of late, so hopefully they can get a benefit. Building and grounds reported this morning at the staff meeting that they're anticipating a very heavy year of inspections and plan reviews and site visits, and have been working very well through the COVID by planning their visits and having appointments for plan review and inspections. So it seems to be working smoothly and seamlessly, and they're considering that this may be one of their busiest years moving forward. And Dan Lang can be reached if you have any further questions. I also have a copy of the town historian gave us her annual report for 2020, and it's a several-page document, and there are some highlights here, but she continues to update and maintain the display cabinet. She has been contributing to the engineering staff of the town of Batavia by providing lists of facilities, businesses, and historic places along the Ellicott Trail, and was in official attendance of the ribbon cutting and continues to support that process. They recorded that the number of deaths this year in Genesee County was 687 people passed, and a short list of books including Barbara Conable as an author, John Gardner, Heritage Magazine, and Reed's Word Lessons. And then apparently a television schedule program book, vintage 1944 through 1983, by Harry Castleman and Walter Pagazric. So she wanted to comment that she continues to be active with the Peace Garden, the Friends of the Peace Garden organization, and that even though they were through coronavirus this year, still raised $2,500 in cash profits for Friends of the Peace Garden through hot dog sales, and will continue to find efforts to raise money to fund the materials, and noted that none of the staff is paid, and it's all volunteer staff, and all money goes towards materials associated with Friends of the Peace Garden. A highlight on the restoration of the cannons at the Holland Land Office, and the fact that there is an arbor that has been constructed near the Memory Garden behind the courthouse on the town of Walnut Creek. Other things that have been addressed by this historian, Bernita Goins, is available and will be on a website. And please, it's worth a visit. It's a good read, and as a result of 12 months of pretty dedicated effort from one of the more energetic historians in the region. So I want to thank her personally for putting it together and presenting it in this format that's easy to read and well documented. And that concludes my department reports this evening. Clerk, do you have anything to state?
Town clerk's report for January, we collected $17,164.50, remitted $17,034.16 to the supervisor for the local share. January tax collection was up over $200,000 from last year. We collected $5,798,369.77. I remitted the $3,058,299.69 to the supervisor for the town portion of the levy. The remainder went to Genesee County. So they're coming in pretty steady.
Thank you for that work, and for your persistence in collecting in COVID and managing your business through the mail, the internet, and a drive-up window.
It's worked
It's
out.
a substantial sum of money to be done remotely, and I'm
It's worked out well.
applauding your efforts and your staff, so pass that on.
Thank you. I will.
Under my report, this monthly status report on expenditures and revenues is available for your review. You can familiarize yourself with it as budget season starts in a couple of months. And to renew the state of emergency declaration on February 11th, it's been extended for another month because of consistency with state and county and national responses to the pandemic. And we are obligated to respond at the speed provided us in the state of emergency to those governing agencies that continue to dictate policy as quickly as this pandemic changes. I will note that a committee has been established and will be working on a plan for after the pandemic for this organization. We expect it to end, the state of emergency to end imminently, and so we will be formulating a new process for the utilization of our facilities, both here at the highway and other park facilities, and come up with a clear plan that will address issues related to COVID, but not keep us in a constant state of emergency as we evolve from this, both locally and nationally. There will be a GAM meeting tomorrow evening via Zoom at 7 p.m. And finally, I'd like to make the following appointment to the Solar Committee. Chad Zambito has agreed to chair the committee. And volunteers from within our organization and the community at large are Dan Lang, Brittany Whitcup, Don Partridge, Nancy Brock, and Paul McCullough. So there's your committee, Chad. You can reach out to those members and establish some times and determine when the meetings will be, and I'm presuming that they'll be primarily Zoom meetings with the possibility of some in-person. And as this migrates towards a conclusion, I suspect that we will be seeking the advice of consultants who have been familiar with the town's comp plan and land use planning over the last decade. So let us know what else you need.
Will do.
And I appreciate you stepping into this role and assisting us in our endeavor to make this a clean and swift transformation into something that more matches the speed of what's happening now. And that concludes my report this evening. Are there any questions? Any committee reports this evening? It's the last time that's gonna happen. Well, Sharon,
Yep, my turn, huh?
do you have any old business?
No old business.
Ted, you got any new young business?
No.
Would someone move to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Michaelak?
Here. Yes.
Glad you're here.
We're starting over.
Here for another 5 minutes or so.
Took
Yes.
you all night to figure it out.
Underhill?
Yes.
Zambito?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Again, thank all of you for all the time and effort that you are putting in through this winter. And due to your efforts, you can see that we're in a much better position than we anticipated, both financially
That's for
and
sure.
planning-wise. You're all to be commended. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.